Okay, example 7, a room 88 feet long is constructed to be a whispering gallery. The room has an elliptical ceiling as shown in the figure. The maximum height of the ceiling is 22 feet. Determine where the foci are located. If you're in a whispering gallery and you're standing on a focus, and let's say there's 1,000 people in the room, and you're standing in one focus and somebody else is standing in the other focus, with everybody in the room talking at the same time, and you say, hey, how's it going? They'll hear you. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Because what happens is your voice goes out, it reflects, it goes out in all directions, and then the ellipse reflects that voice back to the other focal point, and all of a sudden it's just like you're standing right next to them having a conversation.
That's awesome.
That's what it is. Anyway.
Hey, how's it going?
You can say anything else also, they'd hear that too.
But you can only say, hey, how it's going.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. You could be in there and can you believe what that girl over there is wearing? Man, she's hideous. Like, and she starts crying. Oh no! Somebody said something mean to her. All right. Anyway, looking at this whispering gallery, notice that it's 22 feet high and 88 feet across. Right. So if it's a full ellipse, if I went down this way, 44 would be this and 88 is that. So it's obviously horizontally positioned. All right. Typically, if they make a whispering gallery, they do it that way, so you have more room in the room. Otherwise, it's kind of cramped. Anyway, 22 feet high. So I can see very clearly that B is equal to 22, right? I can see also very clearly that A would have to equal 44 because half of 88 is 44. Their question is where are the foci located? What they're asking us for basically is focal length here. I can see it's horizontally positioned, so I know that C squared is equal to A squared minus B squared. Because horizontally, A is bigger than B. From the picture, I can very clearly see that A and B are 44 and 22, so C squared is going to be 44 squared minus 22 squared. 44 squared is 1936 and 22 squared is 484. So C squared is equal to 1936 minus 484. Comes out to 1452. So then we take the square root of 1452. We get focal points of 38.11. It says, doesn't say to the nearest anything. So let's go through a couple decimal places. So C is equal to 38.11 feet. Okay. So, oops, pushed the wrong minimize. That's the one. All right. What 38.11 feet represents is how far from the center of the room that the focal point should be, right? So the center of the room is here. So right here and right here would be the focal point. So if we're standing at this position, somebody else is standing in that position, almost 80 feet away from us, 1,000 people in the room, and we can just have a conversation. You know, I think this room is very classical and awesome, the way it's allowing us to have this conversation. Yes, I agree completely. We're standing at almost 80 feet away from each other. There's thousands of people in the room, and I can still hear you. That kind of conversation. Anyway, so where are they located? 38.11 feet from center.